Anxiety. Messed up celebrities with drug addictions, mental institutions, antisocial people. This is what many people think anxiety looks like. But what they often get wrong is that anxiety can look like someone you know. Maybe a classmate, family member, or a colleague. Or it could look like this. I love to perform. I'm recognized as a singer, an actor, and a public speaker to many people, especially at school. But behind the confidence, the smiles, the laughter, there's just a vulnerable and insecure girl who overthinks way too much for her own good. I've been dealing with my anxiety for the past 3 years, and we've had a long journey with many ups and downs. I like to personify my anxiety. I see her as a friend who tags along with me everywhere I go, especially when she's not invited. I can't run away from her. My anxiety is also kind of like procrastination. You decide not to worry about the assignment now because the deadline's far ahead. But when the deadline gets closer, the feeling of guilt and fear grow bigger and faster to a point where you can't ignore it. It's the same thing, except a deadline passes, whereas anxiety doesn't. I have generalized anxiety disorder, but I also have social anxiety and test anxiety. Yay. This is what my social anxiety looks like. I'm invited to a party. Although I may know people there, my anxiety creeps up. Oh, there's people here that I don't know. Why am I wearing this? Am I too overdressed? What are people thinking about my voice? Is it too annoying? And then there's the test anxiety. While my friends and classmates have quadratic formulas all in their head, this is what my head looks like. I go blank. I have no idea what I'm reading. I would understand a concept or a topic so easily in class, but when coming across the testing conditions, I have no idea what the questions are asking me. I get 25% extra time on all my tests and exams, which helps, but it doesn't change the fact that my anxiety impacts me so much to where my academic performance is on the line. Overall, when my anxiety flares up, I get uncomfortable tingles throughout my body. Knots form in the pits of my stomach, which prevent me from eating. I have a hand tremor, and rarely do I have an anxiety attack, and someone who has asthma, an anxiety attack isn't the best alternative. Many people don't believe me when I say I have anxiety. They refuse to believe me. You can't have anxiety. You're confident. You're on stage all the time. There's no way you're anxious. People have told me that my anxiety is just a phase and that it'll stop if I just stop being anxious. Many people see this as a great form of encouragement when in reality, what you're really doing is invalidating my anxiety. You're invalidating my mental health. You're invalidating my feelings as a person. Many people's mental health journeys are not all the same. People with anxiety may not be as confident as I am to speak about their experiences. The stigma surrounding mental health has always been prevalent. But if you struggle or suffer from any form of mental illness, it doesn't mean you're defective. A reason why mental health is stigmatized is because it isn't as concrete as a physical illness, which doesn't make sense because if you're sick or injured, you go to a doctor to get treatment. It's the same thing. If you suffer or struggle with your mental health, you go seek help from a mental health professional, a counselor, or a therapist. This is why I made being a mental health advocate an important part of my own journey. I want to destigmatize mental health and ensure others on the mental health journey feel empowered to get the help that they need, feel supported by their community, and have access to mental health resources. Throughout my advocacy, I have sold small plush anti-anxiety alpacas to raise funds with the Community Center of Shanghai. I'm a part of a teen mental health advocacy group. And last year, my friends and I have run the Clothesline Project, which was initiated by the Community Center. And my friends and I helped my mom create and sell t-shirts with pro-mental health messages in tribute of a girl who took her own life. So, if you or someone you know or love is struggling, just know that 1, the struggle is real. 2, you are not alone. There is help. And 3, you don't just have to sit with the anxiety, the depression, the bipolar disorder, and just suffer. Help is available. We are so fortunate to live in a city where there are so many groups and organizations that are dedicated to helping people who struggle with their mental health. I have anxiety. I am not a celebrity with a drug addiction. I do not belong in a mental institution, and I'm not antisocial, most of the time. I have anxiety, and I have learned to live with it. You can too.